Hello everyone. Yesterday I went for some shopping and got a few electronics things, so I thought I might share everything with you. So let's take a look at everything I've got. So let's start with these breadboards. They are small breadboards, very tiny for like small circuits and where you don't want to dedicate a whole the big breadboard for making a project, and also very useful for making subboards, like you have a big project on a big board and you just install like an ESP8266 and the supporting circuitry on this and just connect it to your main board. So that's really useful. Another thing you might see on this board is an OLED display. This is a really nice 0.96 inch OLED display, which works very well, or works over I2C. Takes 3.3 volt or 5 volts. I tested it out with the Adafruit library and looks really nice. The top 1/3 or actually 1/4 is yellow for displaying like headings and stuff, and the rest is blue and looks really nice. Also is very thin, only has 4 pins. Let's move on to the next thing I got, which is these LED lights, USB LED lights. They look really nice. Someone might think that we are makers, we can just make LEDs at home using some connectors, but these are really nice. These are flexible, you can point them at anywhere. When I got these for when I'm soldering and can't see very well at night, so we'll just install it in this power bank. Any power bank will work, and let's see how bright it is. So works really well and it doesn't cost much. So let's move on to the next thing, and that is these 18650 cells with a really nice looking holder. And this holder doesn't like give it series or parallel. You just have to connect them in series or parallel as you choose. So they are individual, so installing them don't connect them together or anything. So the salesman I got this from were like saying that it's really nice cells, and it's 2200 or 2400 milliamp hours. So using these in parallel will give me like a little less than 5 amps of current. So that should be really good for my nightstand device, which I will show you in a subsequent video. The next thing I got is this. And what is this list? I have one open here. Here it is. What this thing is a LCD Hitachi LCD to I2C adapter. So what this does is, let's see, with this LCD here, you have to connect a lot of pins. I think at least you have to connect 6 pins on your microcontroller, which is really a lot for one component. So you just connect this LCD with this adapter, and you can then connect your I2C pins with these 4 pins here, and you can just display anything on the LCD with just 2 pins I2C. So that's really nice. I got this for driving my LCD with ESP8266 on my nightstand device, which I mentioned before. So let's take a look at the next thing. The next thing I got is this, and some might be really familiar with this thing. It is a Node MCU with ESP12E on it. I know it's really old board, but looks really nice. It's really useful, has a lot of I/O, and the main thing that it has is Wi-Fi. So I plan on using this on my nightstand device, and I'll make it in a subsequent video. So stay tuned for that and be sure to subscribe. For charging the lithium cells, I also got this TP4056 board that charges the cells and takes care of the protection and everything that the lithium cells require for working correctly. So you can use it over micro USB and really compact, not cost very much at all. So the next thing I got was this thing. It is a boost converter. Really nice boost converter. Turns up to about, I think I tested it with like 28 volts. It's outputting 28 volts and gives like 3 or 4 amps of current as well. So really nice looking boost converter. Also, I got this pack of 500 resistors. They were really cheap. It's 1K quarter watt resistors. So just got these for stocking up on resistors because I was running out of them. The next really useful thing is this, and now you might think, what is this? These are connectors. These are 3-pin connectors. They are also available in 2 and 4 pins, maybe even 5 pins. I got these 3-pin ones because they are really useful for sensors, because usually you have 3 pins with the sensors, 2 for power and 1 for signal. So I just use them for sensors, and I stock up for using them on my boards. And it is really useful to use connectors rather than soldering your wires directly to the board, because it's really easy to just plug out one sensor and plug in another one. So that is that. The next thing I got is some miscellaneous stuff like this really cool looking USB connector. Now you might think, what is so cool about this? Let me show you. Once you open this plastic shroud, you can just connect your wires inside. And let me just open it with my fingernail here. I have really long fingernails, makes me more efficient. So this is not a rubber normal your USB connector. This is a plastic one, so you can just open it up and connect your wires to the connector. So it's really a neat way of connecting wires to a USB connector, and it's not very expensive as well. You have these pegs which fit in really nicely, and you have a clean looking wire with a USB connector on the end. So really cool and useful thing. So the next thing I got were just these double gang potentiometers, really useful for stereo volume control. And yeah, that's it. I also stocked up on these transistors, 2N2222. These are really useful for like turning on big LEDs and motors and stuff. Not really motors, but big loads like that. So I got a bunch of these, and they'll be really useful for my projects in the future. Okay. So this is everything I've got in this shopping haul, and it will be really useful in my subsequent projects. So be sure to look at my upcoming video for making a nightstand device. I've been working on it for a very long time, and I thought I'll just document it and show it to you. So be sure to subscribe, and if you like this video, leave a thumbs up maybe. Goodbye.